Hi everyone. This is a short video about iSandbox, our augmented reality sandbox application for military purposes. You see, this is a particular scenario that was developed by our dev team for military application, and particularly for military training. Yeah, here's a scenario. One of the scenarios that you may use to build your own landscape. So there's a number of units you can select from to create a particular terrain, a particular scenario. You can install houses of any size. You can place the object anywhere on the map, depending on a particular scenario that you wish to create. You can choose between multiple infrastructure objects are available to be created on the map, including roads. Now we're trying to create a small town or a little village with multiple houses.
Чтобы много их не сажать, раз не нажимать, у нас есть целый зон лесов.
We can build larger vegetation areas, selecting a number of types of vegetation we need to create. There are different types of forests available, coniferous and broadleaf forest. So we just planted the grass there, and we'll place some stones as well. So this is a scenario which is built for ourselves to implement for a particular training session. We could as well go ahead and save it. It'll be saved in the memory, and we could use it later for any exercise. And we could download it later from the memory. This is the topographic map of the infrastructure we just created. So the next step with this scenario is to place the units. So there are two opposing teams. The trespassers, let's call them that way, and the military. And you see we're placing the some vehicles along the roads, or on the roads, basically on any spot that you wish. and different types of explosives.
Здесь есть класс. Дальше полиция. Полиции строения есть доступные, всякие перегородки, шипы.
Then we move to the inventory used by the police forces, by military, different sorts of barriers and spikes that we could place on the road, across the roads.
Так, ну, здесь шлагбаум. И север пошли.
And the very military forces that are supposed to be installed on the map next.
Командор, безоружный, с автоматом, снайпер, пулеметчик, миноискатель.
So a machine gun and non-armed personnel, minesweeper, all types of military units are available for installation on the map.
Дальше техника пошла.
Ne-
Уже большое разнообразие.
and next goes the vehicles. Again, you could place as many units as you need on the map, depending on your scenario and on your needs for a particular scenario. So there are all types of military vehicles available.
Вот пошла симуляция.
So-
Следующий этап.
So we completed the placement, and now the simulation is ongoing. And next stage.
Появляется шкала времени сверху, то есть все экшены там будут записываться.
So you can see at the top, you can see the time scale on which we could see every action taken in the scenario by all teams.
Например, выбрали. Говорим, иди сюда.
So we go ahead and select a unit, and we tell them to move in a particular direction.
Одним кликом мы выстраиваем маршрут.
So we build the route
Двойным путь.
with one click, and we double click on the unit, and it'll go to a particular spot.
Как можно заметить, вот появился.
And you could see it on the you could see a completed action appearing on the time scale.
Можно перематывать действие назад. Вот. Обратно вернулся.
We can rewind the action back, and you see that the unit removed to its initial position.
Можно выделить несколько.
We could select multiple units and have them moving across the map in a given direction.
Пошло пересечение машина, заметила преступника.
You could see that the unit engaged the trespasser, and the zone colored red. It means that the action is supposed to be taken.
Машина не столько действия придвинулся, так и шли. Теперь преступник заметил, если это синий стал. Положение пошло.
Now that we see that the colors are superimposing each other, that we see that the trespasser also spotted the police car. So we just moved the military unit towards the trespasser unit, and you could see by the red and blue colors that that they see each other.
Кнопка мыши показывает, какие команды доступны у этого персонажа и у этого
And
персонажа.
by clicking the mouse button, you could see what actions are available on both items, on both units' side. You could attack it.
И теперь вот больше команды, то есть еще есть раненый и мертвый. То есть сам пользователь может выбрать. Да.
And as you can see, there are multiple options available right now that you engage the target. You could simply injure the target, or you could neutralize the target. So you see the military unit was neutralized. And the trespasser continues on its way.
Давайте попробуем показать ранение. Хорошо. Правая кнопка по нему. Так, выбираем объект.
Again, there's the engagement right now. We select injure option. And the trespasser unit falls down, simply slightly injured, but not dead.
Так, ну, всегда можно перемотать. Что здесь как топографически, кстати, выглядит они вот.
Again, this is a topographical reflection of our scenario. All the equipment units are available on the map as well, all we've placed before. And you could see the trespassing units that was wounded keeps jerking in excruciating pain on the road. This was a particular SWAT application of Augmented Reality Sandbox. And another scenario is a preloaded scenario that where a particular landscape has already been built for you.
Сценарий заключался в том, что есть у нас несколько гражданских, и их нужно будет эвакуировать, поскольку здесь нашли мину.
So this particular scenario's idea is to locate a group of civilians and to evac them from the area where a number of bombs were identified. So you could see there are three military units that are trying to evac the civilian group out of the area. So the next pre-installed scenario is a checkpoint.
Смысл их сделать тренировочный полигон, огороженный вот забором. То есть, по сути, это то, что они сами хотели. Просто воссоздать то, что уже есть в реальном мире. Некий тренировочный полигон. Дальше оборона спортивных мероприятий, стадион.
So this is another scenario featured in these software packages. This is a stadium protection. This is for civilian protection of civilians in all sorts of activities outside, specifically sporting activities.
Сможет ворота детекторы делать, да, и гироскопы. Здесь можно спланировать, как все это разместить. Что это за? Металлоискатель. И багажник.
So
можем размещать охрану.
what we are trying to recreate here on this scenario is a number of equipment available to detect the explosives in the vehicles and civilians coming on the premises of the stadium.
Так, охранение на марше. Захотели заказчики, значит, охранение отрядом сделать и техники. Вначале у нас искатель идет. Боевое охранение на марше, пешем порядке и в автомобилях. Движение отряда лучше вперед.
So the next scenario that was specifically designed for a particular customer is the battle defense or battle outpost scenario, where you could see both troops and military vehicles are available. Again, we just went into the topographical map mode. Now we are specifically in a mode that gives an opportunity to study how to work with topographical maps.
Активировали сейчас опцию редактирования.
So we are in editing mode right now.
Можно вставлять точки. Это особенно, да? Левой кнопкой просто точки, правой еще с координатами.
We could place the dots with left click on the mouse and place the same dots with coordinates by means of clicking the right button on the mouse.
Дальше текст покажем.
We could also place notes on a particular area of the map.
Что тут написать?
Again, we could split the topographical map into two sections. Section 1 is the very map. On the right side, you could see the slide option that could be made available from a PC or from a flash drive that you could insert into the very scenario to be able to work on the specific details for this scenario.
Когда включен edit, нажимаю сюда, можно редактировать каждый слайд.
And we could go into the editing mode and actually work with every particular slide, put them in sequence order, change the numbers, or add any number of slides that you wish.
Можно здесь текст опять писать, листнуть. Можно.
You could insert any captions and again add slides, add images and photos.
Теперь, когда мы дойдем до нее, должны увидеть картинку с текущим описанием. Вот. Можно, по-моему, это слайдику. Весь экран вот так делается. Так, в принципе, все, по-моему, поставили. Ну, если также уже обычный режим включить отображение карты.
So we could return back and into the general map view and have that map also split into two sections to make these slides available.
Можешь поставить объекты. Тут у нас можно. Все, да? Просто не что еще можно показать, рассказать.
No общий режим. Okay, that's all we had to tell you.